And what we really need is options that fit into our busy life. Because if we're going to move our body daily and many times during the day, preferably, if we're going to be able to do that, we have to have far broader perspective on what it means to move our body and what exercise is and can be for us. This is Katie Gordon, and you're listening to the Wait is Over podcast. Welcome, health and freedom seekers. Sit back and relax as you come on this journey of overcoming obstacles so you can lose weight, gain health, and live the life you've been looking for. Hello, listeners, and welcome to today's show. I'm your host, Katie Gordon, and the wait is over with Dietless Living 360 degrees. There's no recipes, food regimes, or exercise programs to follow. This is simply about how to take your life back, how to take control, because we all have a voice and we want to be heard. We want to forget about dieting, focus on living, and lose weight. But to do that, we have to create the personal health leadership skills that we need so that we can create a new mindset, a mindset that gets us over the obstacles and challenges of not only life, but our own unconscious programs, because that's ultimately what's really impacting on our weight and health and causing habit relapse. And the purpose of this podcast is to share with you what I learned over 25 years in dieting hell and spending over $100,000 working out how to step into dietless living. Because everyone wants to live with choices, freedom, and control. Choices in food, exercise, and lifestyle, freedom in mind and body, and more importantly, control over our weight, our health, our happiness, and ultimately our life. And today I'm talking about exercise. Even though this program and Dietless Living is not about exercise regimes and exercise programs, exercise is actually really very vitally important to our health. We do need to do it, but there are different ways to do it. There are fun ways to do it. And so we're talking about why it's so important to us and what it is specifically that actually stops us from doing it, and what you can do to get more daily movement happening in your life. So a while ago, I did a little poll on social media and asked, what would have the most positive impact on your health right now out of exercising more, stressing less, reducing work hours, or changing your diet? And most people said that if they exercised more, it would have the highest and most positive and immediate impact on their life right now. So that raised the question, if more exercise is the thing that's going to have the most positive and immediate improvement on your life right now, why aren't we doing it? And what was the actual biggest obstacle to doing more exercise right now? Was it time? Not enough time to do it? Is it know-how, not knowing what to do? Is it money? Going to the gym costs money, a gym membership. Personal trainers, they're all valuable, but they do cost money, and sometimes money is an obstacle. Or was it inclination? And 53% of the people said it's inclination that leads to not doing it, which leads to my question, well, what is inclination? Inclination is a liking or preference for something. It's a desire to do it. It's an appetite for it, an aptitude, a capacity to do something. It's having a bias towards something. It's like leaning in. This is an inclination, is something that you want to do. And you derive pleasure from it, and you have a fondness for it. And you feel an attraction for something. That's an inclination towards doing something. Or in the case of no inclination, means the opposite, means having none of that. And what inclination also means is that you have a weakness for it. It means you just can't abstain from it, even if you wanted to. And that's where we're going with this podcast today, is how to actually develop that kind of an inclination where you just want to do exercise, move your body daily, and that you so love it that you can hardly abstain from it, that you really just want to do it. You cannot stop yourself from being involved and finding ways to get in and move your body every single day. Because when we think about getting exercise, we're thinking about it in that way. Getting exercise, not moving our body daily. There's a different philosophy behind both of those. Exercise, as we have been taught about it, is to, do chunks of workout, go to the gym. These are the kind of the ways that we know and understand exercise. Going to the gym, doing blocks of training, going running, or perhaps joining a sport. But when we think about exercise, it's not specifically about moving our body daily, and moving our body daily is really what we want to be doing. Because going to the gym during the week simply doesn't work for most people, because it's a big chunk of time. Even if you're only going to the gym for 45 minutes or an hour, it actually is about 2 hours of your day, because there's packing suitcases, getting there, preparing to go there. And for most people, going to the gym and doing exercise workouts really don't fit into their life, simply because of other competing demands. Even just a 45-minute workout at the gym in reality is at least double that of your time. By the time you get there, the changing of clothes, all of that, getting out and changing again, it really is at least double the time that you're doing in the gym. And what we really need is options that fit into our busy life. Because if we're going to move our body daily, and many times during the day, preferably, if we're going to be able to do that, we have to have far broader perspective on what it means to move our body and what exercise is and can be for us. There is so many ways to move our body, and do it in fun and interesting ways that fit into not only our life, but into the category of moving our body daily. So today I'm introducing you to the 2-minute rule. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you've heard me talk about the 2-minute rule in other podcasts or other newsletters, maybe on social media, because the 2-minute rule is so easy to implement. And because what we've already highlighted is that it's the lack of inclination that actually is our biggest obstacle to doing daily movement, to getting some daily exercise. We need to make it really super easy to step over that obstacle. And today I've thought, you know what, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel and just talk about it here. I've laid this out beautifully and perfectly in detail in the video in how to overcome weight loss obstacles in 6 simple steps, that I'm just going to show you the video. I'm going to show you a portion of that video so that you can get the nuts and bolts of how to do the 2-minute rule every day, so you can have daily movement. So here we go. Let's cut to the video. This freedom code introduces you to a new way of thinking and doing exercise, new ways of moving your body. It's going to introduce you to the fact that you have the ability to choose what to do, and it's going to introduce you to the 2-minute rule. And I can already hear you saying, the 2-minute rule? What the hell is that? As we've already highlighted, the lack of inclination is the biggest obstacle to doing daily exercise. But what if there was a way to make it super easy to step over that obstacle by doing 2 things? What if you get to choose the body movement you want to do and choose body movement that you love? And what if you only have to do 2 minutes a day, which is easy, right? Because 2 minutes is nothing and everybody can do 2 minutes. And again, I can hear you saying what everybody says. What good is 2 minutes? That's not going to make me healthy or make me lose weight. So let me explain a little bit more. When I decided on the 2-minute rule, my obstacle to doing daily exercise was that I was still working at an office job. I worked excruciatingly long hours in a very stressful job, and I was exhausted when I got home and didn't want to do exercise. Oh, yeah. And my body was very stiff and very sore from stress, pent-up emotions, and sitting for 14 to 16 hours a day. And I hated going to the gym. So I made up my own rules for exercise. My rule was, as soon as I got home, I didn't even change out of my clothes. I just took off my shoes, and if it was cold, I put on my sneakers. But mostly I would just kick off my shoes, as that was super easy to do. Then I'd put on ABBA, set the timer for 2 minutes, and dance around the house like a little nutty buddy, having fun and dancing in very silly, exaggerated ways. And at some point in that 2 minutes, I'd probably grab my hula hoop and start twirling and laughing, as I wasn't actually very good at hooping. So it was pretty hilarious, actually. So what were the results of my 2-minute rule? Well, I did that for a year, along with the other strategies that I'm teaching you in this course. And in 12 months, I not only improved my physical health and lost 20 kilos, but my levels of mental and emotional health were exponentially elevated as well. And I was on track to change the rest of my life. And not by a little, but by a lot. The 3 migraines I'd been having a week, gone. The chronic body pain that I'd been having, gone. The chronic digestion and burping I'd had for 20 years, gone. I was experiencing the highest energy levels I'd ever had consistently, and I was the happiest I'd ever been. So why? How did 2 minutes a day of dancing and hooping make such a difference to my health? Firstly, it was a lot of fun, and I mean a lot of fun. The fun changed my mood, lifted my energy. It stopped me grazing at the end of a long, crappy day. It always led to more than just 2 minutes, and I would end up doing a lot more exercise, and it was all exercise that I liked. I slept better every night. I felt better every morning, which gave me a better outlook as I headed off to work. And if it was a crappy day, as it often was, I had something fun to look forward to when I got home. I started dancing at work. Yep, dancing around the office. Hey, if you're happy and you know it, dance. And all of that improved my relationships because I was a happier person, so people enjoyed being around me more. I could go on about how 2 minutes a day of exercise can change your life, but instead I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. And this works because you're learning how to soothe yourself, how to relieve tension in ways that are healthy and helpful for you. It gets you in touch with your body. It gets you breathing. It gets your head in the same space as your body. It releases endorphins into your bloodstream. It gets oxygen to your brain. It relaxes you. It releases tension. It allows you to feel good. It disengages overwhelm and feelings of anxiety. It's like stepping out of the cyclone into the eye of the storm for a minute and into the sunshine of your life. So how to do this freedom code? First of all, create a list of activities that you can select from every day. So the objective is to select activities that you actually like doing. Select activities that you can actually do so you can feel the win of success. So if you're rubbish at doing lunges, don't pick lunges, right? Because you don't feel good when you do them because you don't do them very well. Pick things that you do well. If you'd like to do push-ups but you're not good at them, do push-ups off the wall or off the kitchen bench. Make it easy for you to have a win. Select activities that fit with different energy levels, ones that you'd like to do when you're fully energized and ones that you'd like to do when you're feeling tired. Select activities that engage you. Select activities that you can do at home, in the office, with convenience. Select activities that match your current fitness levels. Select some activities that you can build on as your fitness levels increase. Select activities that make you smile, activities that rejuvenate you, activities that relax you. Select activities that release adrenaline and releases the emotional disturbances that are in your body. Select activities that you can do on your own, and select activities that build muscle strength. And here's some suggestions, right? Because if you're not somebody who does a lot of exercise or activity, maybe you're drawing a blank on that. And so here's some suggestions to help you. Hula hooping, because hula hooping is huge amounts of fun. 2 tips. Buy a hula hoop that is meant for an adult, not a child, because we can't do it with a child-size hoop. And number 2, it's hilarious fun while you teach yourself how to hula hoop, either for the first time or again, because most of us did some hula hooping when we were kids. And if you didn't, oh my God, it's hilarious. Go to bettyhoop.com or just YouTube and look for people hooping, or so you can teach yourself how to do hula hoop. It is really easy, but it does take a bit of skill to get going, just a bit of a way. And it's really because you don't know how to move your hips because you've been so tight and stiff. This actually, getting hula hooping helps you to build that flexibility in your hips again. So be careful with it, as always. You don't want to hurt yourself. Just be gentle with it. Have fun. Pay attention to your body, as with all of these activities. And whatever you do, just have fun with it. Always be aware of your body and what you can and can't do. And be aware, if you haven't been moving your body for a while, that like an old car, it's going to take a moment to get fluid and moving again. So you want to start with some simple stuff, and the more fun it is and the more simple it is, the more likely you're going to keep going with it because you'll love it. Walking, just plain old walking, but put a little swagger in your walk. Swing your arms, swagger your hips like a branch swaying in the breeze, back and forth, back and forth. You really want to start to move your hips and your spine and get things moving and flowing. Move your shoulders. Dancing, one of my absolute favorites, because you can do it anywhere and it's a huge amount of fun. You can do choreographed dancing if that's your thing, but for me, it's just dancing around, moving my body in weird and wonderful ways, just stretching the parts of my body that need to be stretched. Get a punching bag. You can buy inflatable ones from Kmart that are fun and easy on the hands and joints. Get outside more, anywhere, in the beach, the garden, stand on the pavement, get out the door and into the sunshine or the rain or the snow or the wind or whatever is waiting out there for you. Feel the elements, experience the sensations on your face. Walk around, look up at the tall things, look sideways at everything like you're a tourist in your own area. See everything as though for the very first time, or maybe like you're a hermit that's just come out of the cave, because honestly, you are just a hermit who's coming out of the cave. There's so much in your area that you have not ever seen. Pay attention, look around. And what this does is actually get your neck moving. That's the whole point of turning your head. We don't turn our head enough and look in all the directions and stretch those muscles. Get a mini trampoline. They're called a rebounder. Just Google them. They're amazing fun. They sit in your lounge room and you can bounce around while you're doing anything. Just one song a day of bouncing on the mini tramp is good fun, gets everything moving. Wear a sports bra, it does move your boobs. Just bouncing, gentle bouncing to start with. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube. If you type in rebounder exercises, you'll find a million people doing a million amazing things. You don't have to do those million amazing things. Just hop on there and gently bounce yourself and get your body moving and enjoying that movement of bouncing, because bouncing's fun. Ask Tigger. Do exercises to build your biceps and your shoulders. You can go running and jogging if that's what you like. You can go push bike riding. You can get a stationary bike if you just like sitting on your balcony and biking. You can do exercises to strengthen your triceps. You can get a skipping rope. Singing is something that is good exercise because you're exercising your lungs. Sing at the top of your lungs, Exercise to build up your core strength and back strength. There's a million things on YouTube. If you just type in exercises to build core strength or exercises to build back strength, you will find things to do. Pick the ones you like. I saved YouTube videos and I just would go to the exercise that I actually liked in the video. I mightn't do the whole video. So there's a million ways around this. Be flexible. You can skip around the house like a kid, or up the street is even more hilarious because people do look at you. But if you're having fun, they'll start laughing and they'll have fun. You'll be spreading the fun. Just laughing. Do laughter yoga. Find someone who does laughter yoga. There's plenty of people on YouTube. Again, just Google it. Do aerobics. You can buy videos. You can buy DVDs, videos. That's old school, isn't it? You can buy DVDs. That's old school. Netflix. I'm sure somebody has a million aerobics classes you can watch for free. Stretch your bodies in fun ways. Loosen your neck by slowly rotating your head left to right, right to left, and actually looking up at everything along the way to wherever you're walking. Mindful that you're watching where you're walking, but go as slow as you can and do this for a few minutes, several times a day. You've got to get that muscles moving. Walk up and down the stairs. YouTube workouts, we've talked about that already. Yoga, there's a million kinds of yoga, and if you want to find someone that does aerial yoga, huge amounts of fun. I prefer it over all the other yogas. I also like the Bikram hot yoga, but there's all kinds of yoga. There's some parts of yoga I don't like. I don't like downward dog, hurts my wrist. So do the bits that you like. Taking a nap, it's technically not movement, but it's essential for health. And some days that's exactly what you need to do to feel good. And maybe you take a 10-minute nap, get up, and then start dancing. Who knows how it works out for you? I know I've done combinations of all of these. Squats, leg lifts, push-ups, shoulder raises, side raises. Get one of those Swiss balls, the exercise balls, and there should be a little booklet that comes with it. Look at the exercises, do the stretching over it so that you can stretch out your chest. We really need to stretch our chest out. It gets so tight in there. If you hook your thumbs in now underneath your armpits there and push, you will see those muscles are as tight as buggery in there. All your lymphatics are tight and full. We need to be moving. Swimming, rollerblading, roller skating, they're all great things to do. Think of more things to do and just write down what you like. Variety is the spice of life. Exercise indoors, outdoor, easy, hard, inspiring. Do it alone, do it with others. Do some fast, some slow. Go to the gym, do it at home. Do it in the morning, the evenings, at lunch, at bed, at work, in the bathroom. Anywhere, anytime, walking around the city, on the beach, in the bush, down the road. Just create variety for yourself. Step 2, some equipment you can use and put it somewhere that it's easy to get to. So mine's in the lounge room. You can use your coffee table. I use my coffee table for doing step-ups on because it's a big sturdy coffee table. I also use it for doing tricep dips. Kitchen chairs, you can use them for leaning against while you do some leg stretching or leg lifts. Door frames, sturdy railings, use resistant bands, skipping ropes, free weights, medicine balls, hula hoops, exercise bike, treadmill, any variety of exercise equipment that you can buy or hire, but really you don't need too much expense. Get a Swiss ball, they're amazing. Good walking shoes. If you're going to go walking, get good walking shoes because you want to be good to your joints. Exercise DVDs, or as I said, YouTube. It's free. Use your imagination. Kmart has great, inexpensive exercise stuff. Kitchen bench, good for doing push-ups off or leaning against to do some stretching. The kettlebell, get an adjustable one if you can get one. If you don't know what a kettlebell is, just Google it. Basically, it's a cannonball with a handle that you swing around. It's very good dynamic exercise. A rebounder, the mini trampoline, masses of fun. And exercise books, basic ones. There's no need to spend much money. Even just go to your library and see what's available there. Step 3, make plans for times of the day that you can do one or more activity. So you can exercise while you're watching TV. You can exercise while you're doing things in the kitchen. You can do it at the start of your day, before you go to work, when you get home from work, while you're at work, while you're waiting for a meeting to start. I used to do a lot of stretching, touching my toes and hanging upside down, like just hanging with your head down, get some blood to your brain. While you're waiting for anything, if I'm waiting for anyone or anything, I am either napping or stretching. Step 4, schedule it into your weekly planner. Add it into your weekly planner. Make it the sand, right, that holds your big rocks together. This is the supporting structure that holds your life together. Your important health and happiness habits are the sand of your life. Schedule it into the days of the week that you're planning to do it. Step 5, record your activity in some way. Use your habit tracker calendars, create a graph on a piece of butcher's paper, list activities down the side, and then write dates and details in the box each time you do it. Use a spreadsheet, use a notebook, develop a system that works for you. You just do need to track it because your brain's a bit naughty, and it will tell you that you've been exercising not that long ago when really it was 10 days ago. You need to just keep yourself accountable for your 2 minutes a day and the things that you do. You tend to find which ones that you like the most, and then maybe go, okay, I'll do some of these other ones. So to keep the variety going. Because remember, our brain's motto, better the devil you know. So it tends to keep going back to the same things, and we want to keep stretching it so it keeps it interesting. Step 6, do the activities when you said you will. Record what you did on your chosen activity tracker. Rate your levels of happiness and energy before and after doing your activity, either after each one or collectively before and after your movement session. And use a smiley face scale, 1 smiley face equals least happy. 5 smiley faces means very happy. Step 7. Now, I know this sounds like a lot, but it just takes a minute to set it up. You just got to select your activities, and then basically all you're doing is go, okay, it's a tick and flick, just 2 minutes. Remember, it's still just 2 minutes a day. Step 7, how to get yourself started each day. Tell yourself a different story. 2 minutes is all you have to promise yourself. Ignore people who say that 2 minutes is doing nothing. The truth is that 2 minutes is 2 minutes more than nothing, and it sets you up to feel successful. Some days you'll only want to do 2 minutes, and that's brilliant. You'll feel the success of having done something. It's all about how you feel about yourself and the secrets to setting it up so that you can win. And 2 minutes is easy. Just dance to one song. Don't even wait to set up your chart. Be dancing every day to one song for 2 minutes. And that'll leave you feeling happy simply from dancing. And the upbeat music that you choose, you will feel the success of winning as you keep your promise to yourself and move your body. The secret is there's loads of times that you'll get to the end of the 2 minutes that you promised yourself, and you'll feel better and happier, and you'll almost always say to yourself, I want to do a little bit more. And off you go. You don't even have to change your clothes for 2 minutes. Just dive in. Step 8, make it fun. Put on music that you can bounce to, and music that makes you smile, even if, especially if, it is considered to be corny or cringeworthy by others. That means that it's really upbeat. ABBA, Partridge Family, Bay City Rollers, Racy are examples of geeky music I listen to for dancing. If it's been a tough day and all you can think about is chilling out, like having a glass of wine and putting your feet up, decide to first put on some happy music, the stuff that makes your happy heart sing, the music that you just can't help but start to shake your little tail feathers to, and just dance around for a few songs and just be as silly as you possibly can. Do your best Fozzie Bear impersonations. Yay! While you're dancing around having fun, put in a few squats or a push-up off the kitchen bench. If the fancy takes you, then right back into dancing. Just keep moving and feel your body loosen up and liven up, and remember to breathe. Think of things that you think are fun. For me, it's hula hooping, rollerblades. And by the way, I'm rubbish at rollerblades, absolutely rubbish. I used to just, in the house I had a long time ago, I had a big tiled lounge room area with nothing in it. We had a big space. I used to just rollerblade around the house, dancing, skipping, either with a rope or just plain old skipping around the house instead of walking. Think of things you enjoy. Beaches, bush, swimming. There is a bazillion ways to move your body. And what you choose to do should be something you know is fun for you. That's the key to wanting to do it, because it will make your happy heart sing. And when your happy heart sings, you smile. And when you smile, you know you're happy. And when you're happy, life is good. And when life is good, you want to be part of it. And when you want to be part of it, it gets you moving. Step 9, make it easy for yourself. Make that simple exercise chart so that you don't have to remember what you like to do, because that's a stumbling point that primary self will use to tell you, not today. Look, I don't know, I can't remember what I like to do. Let's just sit on the couch. We'll do it later. No, have a chart, spend some time, even if you progressively build your chart, which is think of something that you like, write it on the chart. And then the next time you think of something that you like, write it on the chart. But every day you're still doing 2 minutes of dance at least while you work out what other things that you like, okay? Don't make this hard for yourself. Make it easy. Just make it a progressive process of building up a catalog of what it is that you like to do. That's how I did it. I had a piece of butcher's paper on the wall that I'd taken a minute to just line up with as a grid. And then I just wrote down the side all the activities I liked. And then eventually I had 2 pieces of flip chart, landscape style on my wall. And I had, 20 or 30 things to choose from all the time. And it was great because I could look at it and just go, I haven't done that for a while. I haven't done, whatever it was. I haven't done the side raises on the Swiss ball. I haven't done this. Or what do I feel like doing today? Oh, that's the one I want to do. That's a stretching one. It gives you options and choices, and that's what you want. 2 minutes a day, remember. Keep coming back to it. It's just a 2 minute a day rule. And you want to know that if you want to do more, that you've got a list of things there to look at and go, yeah, I feel like just doing that. Or I've got 2 minutes here. What else could I do? And when you mark on the chart what you do, it's like putting brownie points up, and it sets you up to win. And it's also good as a time-lapse reality check. I used to just put the little date in there that I did it, because we think how long it is since we did something is only 5 minutes ago, because that's how our primary brain works. But it always seems like, just the other day. But the reality can be very, very different. It could actually be, I thought it was, I just did exercise the other day. You're standing on Friday and you go, I just did exercise the other day, or I did it's only been a week. Yeah, but it was Monday last week and you're at Friday of the week after. So it's nearly 2 weeks. This is how your brain works, and you want to have an actual hard look at something and go, you know what? It's actually been 5 days. I've missed out time. I've missed my 2 minute rule every day. Step 10, awareness. Be aware of your body signals during and after exercise. This is very important. Are you feeling exhausted and not in a good way? Does your body hurt? Again, not in that good way, because we know when our body hurts sometime after exercise and activity, but it's a good feeling. If it's not in a good way, it means probably that you've strained something, or your joints are aching. Is your back sore? How's your neck and shoulders feeling? Do you have a headache? Is there lethargy, fatigue, feeling shaky, nauseous, cranky, or tense? If it's any of these things, then you have left the land of fun and the good vibe is gone. Whatever movement you've chosen to do needs to be reviewed, because it's either not suitable for your level of fitness yet, or there's too much impact on your body, your posture isn't right, or it's causing unnecessary strain on something, and it may cause long-term injury, which in itself will reduce the ability to improve your overall fitness, which is the complete opposite of what we're trying to achieve. So reassess, get advice if you need to, tone it down a notch, and build up slower. Remember, YouTube is a great resource to use for finding information on how to do things in a different way. I got some great tips for running when I was doing running from watching YouTube. On the other hand, if you're feeling elated, vibrant, energetic, enjoying the sensation in your muscles and your arms and your legs, and they feel like they've been used in a happy way, and you're feeling happy, light, and energized, and you can feel your muscles and you know what you did today was good for them. If you feel a bit sleepy, but that's just because you've released some tension from your body, and it's actually a wonderful, delicious feeling of those endorphins flooding your system, and you're smiling and you feel happy and you're glad you did it and you feel good. Well, keep doing whatever that was, because that's the path to be on. Step 11. Start asking yourself, what will I be happy that I've done? This is putting you into the future and looking back at the moment that you're in and helping you to make a decision now that you will be happy with in the future. So you can think about, will I be happy if I miss moving my body today? Will I be happy that I move my body and release some tension? Yeah. Will my body be happy I've danced? Yes, it will. Will I sleep better tonight if I release some tension? Yes, I will. What movement will give me a feeling of relief from my emotions? I think hula hooping would be good. Dancing might be nice. Will moving my body give me a feeling of being empowered in my behavior? Yes, it will. Step 12, flexible. Do it when it suits you, which means you don't make it specific times. It's got to be flexible so it can fit right into your daily life. You only need a 5-minute window at any given time. You want to set yourself up to win. Have the stuff at home if possible, then do little bits in between other tasks, or do a few bench top push-ups while the potatoes are cooking. Do a couple of lunges while the ads come on the TV, or lunge away to the toilet. Do it in the morning one day if that suits you, and then after work on the next day if that suits you. Just make it work for you. Step 13, music. If you have an iPod, that's probably old-fashioned now. I think everybody uses Spotify. But just make a playlist of only the songs that make your body want to move, and the songs that have lyrics that are uplifting or motivating, because songs and tunes get stuck in your head. So you want those lyrics that are looping in your mind to be good ones that secondary self and higher self like, not the ones that primary self gets into, because it likes all the daggy lyrics that remind you of past hurts and worries and all that blah stuff. So you want happy, happy, happy songs. And having said that, not all ABBA songs are happy, happy, happy songs. You want the happy ones, Dancing Queen, or I don't know, Mamma Mia songs, that they have on Mamma Mia movie. You want songs, and if songs may remind you of something that is unpleasant in your life, then don't use that. Think of all the songs from your child, from your teenage years and whatnot that made you happy. Go find them on YouTube and save them in a playlist. Step 14, consistent and persistent. These are normal, everyday, daily routine requirements for happiness and health, just like eating and drinking, cleaning your teeth, pooping, weeing, washing your hair, showering, moving your body, and having fun, checking your self-talk, being self-motivating, having awareness about what you're feeling, and breathing deeply. It's just normal, everyday routine that's required to keep your body vessel running in tippy-toppy shape. And remember, you want to set yourself up to win every time. So everything has to be geared towards that. That means making it easy to do, easy to see, easy to feel good, so that you can do it every day. And more importantly, so you want to do it every day. And there you have it. You can see just how easy it is to bring in daily movement using the 2-minute rule. And so you can then enjoy moving your body every day. You will elevate your happiness. You will reduce your stress. You'll improve your health. And more importantly, you're going to lose weight as well in fun and interesting ways that suit you and your lifestyle. And remember, if you want more help with this, do just book in for a private session and let's just get it done this week. Because life is for living and an ounce of adjustment is always easier to implement than 20 pounds of change. Just follow the 2-minute rule and you can see how true that really is. It's time to enjoy the life you've been looking for.